Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 21. Jesus said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. And I'll repeat that. Jesus said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go sell that thou hast, and give it to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. When planning a trip or vacation, there are many expenses to consider. We calculate the overall cost for lodging, food, transportation. When looking for a job, we examine our overall cost of living to determine our necessity wages. Jesus is upfront and honest about the cost of discipleship. He surrendered our lives completely and followed him. That is the cost, to give up ourselves completely and to follow him. To deny ourselves. We're just not going to deny ourselves once, but we're going to be denying ourselves daily. Why is that? Because we're not perfect. We are not God. We are spirit inside a vessel of this flesh. The flesh that belongs to the devil. And that's why we are to deny ourselves. We deny this fleshy body because it's evil. It does evil things because it belongs to Satan. He made it a sinful thing. He made us sin and made the very created thing that God created to be evil. That's why it says you're conceived of sin, you will burn of sin. It's talking about your flesh. Your whole fleshy vessel is just pure evil. It will not be perfect. It can do no good. There is no good, no, not one good man. And it says it several times in the scriptures. Why? Because we are of the flesh. A lot of people live too much in their flesh. But if we're to pick up our cross and carry that every day and walk in our spirit, how heavy is that cross? It can be very heavy. But we don't have to worry about the weight of that. Why? Because we're walking in our spirit. And whose spirit do we have? God's spirit. And with God, we can do any and all things. It is that spirit that's going to carry that cross for us. So our burdens are not too heavy. We're supposed to cast all our cares upon him. And that's what Jesus did. He already lived that life. He picked up his cross and he carried it and he died for us on it. And we are to do the same thing. And he will take it. He will help carry that cross just as Simon helped Jesus carry his cross. Jesus will now help us carry our cross. There is nothing that God has asked us to do that he has not done or been through himself. There's nothing in your life that you're going to go through or come across that he did not build you to overcome. You know how we sit there and look at things and we say, oh, he was made for that. We are made for our lives. Any and everything, no matter what the devil throws at us, no matter what we come across, we were made to overcome it. We just need to believe. We just need to trust. He made us. He made this life. We was built for this life. We know how he has perfected everything that he's ever made. Talking about the trees, how they was made. The animals, how they was made. How the flower does its own little thing and then it falls off and then the seed falls off. Same thing with the seeds when they fall off and they tend to grow in a whole nother plant. Everything was precise in how they are connected to another. So when he did the same thing when he made you, when you was formed, we are that seed that is going to bloom into that flower, and it's going to fall apart to regrow and to make it. Our life is the same thing. He made us for this life. It was built for us. So we should then remember, oh my gosh, this is my life. I'm going to overcome it. I shall overcome all things. And most definitely can do so when I have God on my side. When I'm walking with God, how can there be anything trouble? So it can seem like it's a big trouble. It can seem like a big worry. But we know we got God's hand and he's not going to let us go. It's that trust, it's that faith to know. But the devil's going to blind you and make you think that you don't have God, or make you think that you can't overcome anything, because he wants to eat at you, make you think that you're not strong, that what God has made isn't going to make it through this. Well, we know that's a lie. God made something great in you. He made you strong. He made you powerful. And the devil doesn't want you to believe that. He doesn't want you to see that. He wants you to remain small and weak and broken, so that you can stumble. And when you see that, you're like, oh, I'm not strong enough to step over this rock. When literally it's just a rock. And you forget how tall you are. And all you got to do is just raise up your foot and step over. And you can overcome that rock. But the devil's got so much going in our brain by whispering things into our ear and making us believe that we don't even have a leg. There's no way we can overcome that. How can we step over this rock if we don't have a leg? And it sounds stupid when you say it that way, but you got to realize that's how stupid he is. And that's how dumb he almost makes us feel. Because if we was to pay attention and realize that we're all that tall, we are that strong, because God made us. How can we not be tall? How can we not be strong? How can we not be powerful? God made us. It may be true if the devil was to make us, because he takes everything for himself. So we would be a lump of nothing who couldn't do anything. And that's how he wants you to see yourself. It's just a lump of nothing that can do nothing and can be nothing. Because he knows for a fact that you are something. And you are going to be something. You're strong and you are mighty and you're powerful. God didn't make no mistakes in anything that he's ever made or created. And everything that he has created is magnificent. It's marvelous. And each one has a purpose. No matter how big, no matter how small. No matter if you're a grain of sand that holding the beach together, you're a hummingbird, or a big gorilla, a horse, or a big old ocean whale. Each one has a purpose. Each one is mighty in their own life and their own things that they do. And each one is beautiful. Each one has a meaning. And so no matter what you think and what you feel and what you look like, you got to remember God made you. And he made you with a greatness. He made you with a purpose. It's only the devil's lies that he keeps whispering into your ears to plant these little stupid seeds in your head that's going to grow up nothing but weeds. And that's why you need Jesus. He's going to be your gardener. He's going to help you remove those weeds. He's going to dig up all those crappy seeds and plant the seeds of Jesus in there. So everything that you think, everything that you feel, every move that you make will flourish, will blossom. Because you are special and you are important and you matter. You matter so much that that's why the devil's trying to take you out. That's why he's after you so much, because you are important. You're important.